Swag, swag, drip, drip, everybody. What's up? It is me again, another match in the teams tournament in the Schmoedown. This time it's between the Danger Zone, the team of Dan Murrell and Ben Bateman, versus the Midterms, Eric Zipper versus Jonathan Harris, not to be confused with Lon Harris, which is on final exam. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm representing Swag today because, whoops, even though I kinda think Danger Zone is going to win just because they have two former champions on their team, two very well-tested players. Eric Zipper is a great player. Jonathan Harris has done well in teams, hasn't done quite well on his own. He hasn't played in a very long time, so no idea how he's going to perform in this match. But yeah, Danger Zone is definitely the heavy favorites here. But I'm still wearing the Swag hoodie because I've been wearing the Dungeon hoodie way too many times in the last couple of weeks, and I just wanted, you know, to diversify my hoodie wear, which is kind of ridiculous to me because I just got all the other ones, but the other two teams competing today are teams that belong to factions that I already had the merchandise for, so it's kind of ridiculous to me. Anyways, like I said, I think Danger Zone is going to take this, but I'm still representing Swag because I haven't actually wore this hoodie in a while, and I kind of wanted to. So, just like the last match that I've reacted to, I'm going to participate, but I don't really anticipate getting too many correct answers at all. So, here we go, Midterms versus Danger Zone. Let's get ready to Schmoedown. Oh!
All right, we're just waiting.
The Monotonous.
Alex! Hey, buddy! Oh, man.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. The last match, oh, man, come on. Greatest match of all time in the Schmoedown, am I right, man? Such a great time. Like, I'm so glad that we get to play again. It's so cool, man. Like, I've been a fan of yours for so long. I've been, ever since the Star Wars Division debuted in Orlando, I was like, oh, man, you got to get Alex Damon in here. Nobody would take on Alex Damon, man. He's so good.
Is that why you called? You want an autograph or something?
No, man. I just want to say, like, get hyped, man. This is gonna be fun again. We get to play each other again. It's for the title again. It's a lot of fun, man. Come on.
It used to be fun. It was fun. Yeah, winning is fun. Drew, Hunter, losing is not fun.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, man. I feel that, you know, I know you're not happy now. I think I feel like it's my fault. I'm sorry if you feel that way, but. You know, this is trivia. It's fun. It's Star Wars. Hey,
I mean, it's not all your fault. It's kind of Bly's fault too. But we've made our peace.
I mean, it's not like you forgot his name, man. You knew his name. Let's like you said, man. Let's get it up to 60 this time, like triple overtime. It's gonna be fun.
Hunter, I'm disappointed in you, frankly. Like, I don't want to play you as a big softy. Where's the edge? Where's the man?
That was years ago, man. Like last year, I was rolling with an angry faction getting into my head. I'm playing loose, man. I'm fun. I'm having fun again.
But how does this make you feel? Little anger, 8D8. Remember him?
No. Oh, I mean, sure I put that behind me. You know, I put him in the memory bank. You know, you like you do, man. You miss a question, you put it in the back of your head. Yeah,
that's true.
Look, I mean, look, man. I know, like, I'm not gonna loosen you up. I mean, you're real angry now. But I'll see you at the match. Have fun. Well, I'll see you later, man. Okay.
Don't you hang up on? Don't you? You called me here. Don't you leave? I miss you, Belt.
Alex is on fire. Can't wait to watch the pay-per-view.
Everybody, welcome back to the movie Trivia Schmoedown. The teams tournament continues. It is the end of the first round, and what a tournament It has been. This tournament is very different in tournaments that we've had in the past. It's not an ultimate Schmoedown. The finals isn't a 5-rounder. It's a 3-rounder. The winner plays corruption in a #1 contender match. But these teams, even though you see some familiar faces, that fairly new teams all the way through this thing, and we've seen some great chemistry with new teams. Some people like John Roca and JTE, like, who thought they'd play together? And you see what they did together. And today, we see the team that everyone has been talking about since they joined forces in free agency. And I'm, of course, talking about the team of Danger Zone on the Dungeon with Ben Bateman, the former singles champion and the reigning 5-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Dan Murrell. It's going to be an interesting one here today, Mark. They play against the Midterms.
The Midterms, which are comprised of Eric Zipper and Lon Harris. I'm being told it's not Lon. I'm being told it's John. Oh, good. I like him. Jonathan, what a pleasure to have a Harris brother who pays his rent. So with the Midterms, look, Christian, I think we can be honest here. Vegas does not have them winning this matchup, but we have seen crazy upsets in the world of sport. Your New York Giants upset a big team twice, and we've also seen it within the context of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, particularly the teams division, where there's more points at stake in round number 2, and a lot can change in round number 3. The Midterms hoping for that, but standing in their way. It's not just a hurdle. It's not just a hill. It is a mountain comprised of Ben Bateman, who has a budding musical career and the voice of an angel. When he gets underneath the white-hot spotlight of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, he's part strategist, part answerer, all briefcase. And, oh, by the way, his teammate, some guy named Dan Murrell, who happens to be the biggest shark the ocean has ever seen. I'm looking at you, the Meg.
Yeah, but listen, Winston Marshall, manager Swag, has been talking about this, and he's not wrong. The Midterms have nothing to lose here. If they go ahead and they play their hardest and they lose, well, they were supposed to lose. They lost. They're losing against Dan Murrell and Ben Bateman. The focus is on Danger Zone, because if Midterms, if they wind up winning, it's like you said, they're the one that can. Oh, they did it! They did this massive upset, big thing. The pressure really starts to shine onto Ben Bateman, and Ben Bateman knows it, because Bateman, he decided there was a lot of stuff. Where was he going to go? Was he going to go to the den? Was he going to go to the suspects? Would he go back to the exchange? Would he go to the dungeon by himself? And when Merle went to the dungeon, well, there's no way that Ben's going to go there, and he decided that's what he wanted to do. That's what he was going to go, and he knows it. He said, look, I get it. I know that people are going to say, well, I teamed up with Dan, and now I have to win, and he wants that pressure. And Dan Murrell, that's what Dan Murrell's all about. Dan Murrell's about, I got pressure? Sure. I'm down by 6 points. Give me a title. I'm down by 5 points. Give me a title. He's done that time and time again. But his team's career hasn't been, he's been a team's champion, but it hasn't been as stellar as some of these other competitors that are in the tournament. And even Ben Bateman, who has made it to and won a team's tournament. So this is a very interesting, and all eyes are on the dungeon right now, and they know it.
But like you said, Christian, the Midterms should be playing like there's no tomorrow. They have no pressure, just play for the fun of the game, because all of that magnanimous pressure is squarely on the shoulders of the Danger Zone. To look at the highway as to how we got here, here's a promo from our own Nerd Chronic.
I'm going where I belong. I'm going to the place that needs me.
You wanted war? This is the season of war? And now you've got it.
I'm going to
the dungeon. Whoa, final decision.
Such great music! Too much to handle, huh?
At the very beginning of this free agency period, we said the two top free agents were obviously Dan Murrell and Ben Bateman. You found a way to get them on the same exact faction.
Well,
today, free agency comes full circle. You already saw what Parker did the Chia Pet head. What do you think's gonna happen when I unleash the big guns? When I send Danger Zone out there to take on the mid-levels?
We're world-class athletes, Jen, and we're gonna keep winning. That's what we're here to do.
I'm very excited to be back in the Schmoedown and competing against, who are we competing against?
No, this faction understood what I wanted, and that is revenge.
Jeez, who's his teammate? I'm not familiar with this guy, but Dan Merle, are you serious?
1, 2, 3. My 5th partner? I think 5th time's the charm. That's what they say, right? If there's any player in this league that's as underrated as I am, it might be Jonathan Harris. The things that he accomplished a couple of years ago with his brother in the team's tournament were amazing. This is the pairing that is going to give me the status in the team's division that I know I deserve.
Zipper, you stabbed me in the heart when you left me. And now, I gotta serve you a big, fat L.
You know, I didn't promise them a friendship. I promised them a faction title, and I promised them revenge.
We're not in this thing to hang out and eat nachos. We both have a common goal and purpose. It's to win the team's title together.
Wow, that is quite a daunting task, but you know, look, we are not intimidated. Eric and I are up to this challenge, whether it's the GOAT or a relative unknown who just got a 40% off online code from Warby Parker, as it appears.
I mean, look, it's going to be kind of weird going up against Kaiser, having been in the dungeon for as long as I was, but if Ben Bateman is now the face of that faction, then man, I am telling you, I got out of there just in time. Ben Bateman is so smug and such a bully that it almost puts me in a bad mood thinking about it. But you know what's going to put me in a good mood? Wiping that smile off of his face.
We are going to be the greatest team that you've ever seen in the history of the Schmoedown.
The Danger Zone.
Interestingly, no sign of Winston in that promo. Weird.
So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much exactly what we just talked about, Mark. It's the fact that it's what can they do together. We saw what JTE and Roka could do together, and the question was, the pressure was on them as well. But now they both know it. They're both talking about it. And Zipper has been a guy who just gets that close. He's right there, and he gets that close. He's done it so many times over, whether it was Brandon Hanna, Ethan Irwin, Stacey Howard. He's right there. Is today the day when he picks up this big? This would be the biggest win of his career. He knows that. Now, Jonathan Harris has been to the dance. He's made it to the finals of the Ultimate Schmoedown with his brother Lon back in when he lost to Ben Bateman, of course, in the finals with Who's the Boss. So they're all very experienced players. I'm excited to see it. It's a stacked first round, and it's an interesting one. As a lot of questions will be answered in just a moment.
It's a danger zone. Maybe this match will take our breath away.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
I like
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Right,
whenever
Nicholas,
you're ready, take me on your mighty wings, sir.
You got it, Goose. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 3 rounds in the team's division. Introducing first, representing Swag, making their Schmoedown team debut. This is the team of Eric Zeman, Zipper, and Jonathan Harris, the Midterms. Hello, everybody. Zip, it's so nice to see you. It's a pleasure. It's actually fun to say it's so nice to see you. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, man. You know, like you said, I'm just here to have fun. Nothing to lose. Although, you know, it would feel good to send Ben Bateman back to where he belongs, playing Wonderwall for unimpressed girls at parties, but we'll see what happens.
And sorry, real quick, Mark, I have to ask Jonathan. You know, Jonathan, we haven't seen you since you played. I mean, obviously we've seen you around, but we haven't seen you play since you played against JTE and gave him that great fight in that singles match. It's been a little bit. How are you feeling getting back into it, and in teams where you made your name for yourself in the Schmoedown when you debuted?
Yeah, I mean, I have no recollection of that match. I'll have to take your word for it. It feels great to be back in the saddle. It feels great to be on the midterms. I can't help but notice I don't have a nickname. We're going to have to get to work on that. Yeah, this feels great. I'm looking forward to taking on some challengers who, based on what you said recently, that sounds incredibly daunting. I was not scared before, but now I am. So
we'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. We'll be fine.
Sorry,
everything's fine.
What a great answer from Jonathan Harris. Just setting an example for all young Harris men to follow. And we know that Eric Zipper now has a $3,000 new camera that he's utilizing. So let me ask y'all just about that team chemistry that is so important. I'm sure that in practice sessions, y'all talked about the fact that, look, everybody is probably picking the danger zone to win this matchup. How does that feel? Does that actually take the pressure off you like we postulated?
I mean, I think we're just gonna call Philly. You know, no risk it, no biscuit. We're just gonna go for it on this one. And I think we've got a really good chemistry here. I think we got a good thing going here. We lined up everyone on swag based on how much they resemble my brother, and we just picked the one who's closest in general appearance to Lon Harris. And I think we're just
overall vibe,
Yeah, I think in terms of vibe, I think we got a really good thing going on here.
Well, you need a few more ketchup stains there, Zip, on your shirt. All right, so
I'm working on it.
All right, fair enough. We'll see what happens mid-match. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it, and we'll see you in just a moment. And their opponents, representing the Dungeon, making their Schmoedown team's debut. He is the former movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Ben the Boss Bateman, and his teammate, the former movie trivia Schmoedown team's champion and the reigning movie trivia Schmoedown 5-time singles champion of the world, Dangerous Dan Merle, the Danger Zone. The Danger Zone from the Dungeon, the highly anticipated team making their way to the Schmoedown. Now, I'm going to start here with Ben. Ben, as I said up top.
Christian, it's just Danger Zone, okay? It's just Danger Zone. It's not the Danger Zone.
Fair enough. It's Danger Zone. All right, well, Danger Zone, starting with you, Ben Bateman. We don't know who Maverick is on the team yet. We don't know who Goose is on the team yet, but it seemed, Ben, you got a lot of slack, obviously, from going to the dungeon, but you knew. You said it. You said, look, what I need to do here is I got to win. That's how I prove it to the naysayers. That's how I prove it to everyone else. So what do you do in order to get that done here today?
Nobody's Maverick, nobody's Goose. This is a Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer situation, Christian, and we are here to show you who's boss. I don't think I need to say much more about that. Dan, I'll throw to you on this one.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's they think they're being so cute with this Maverick Goose thing. I heard that noise from my other teammate. We're a bunch of jesters here. That's what we are. We're here to teach. We're here to instruct, and we're here to win. That's it.
And I'm happy to be Tom Skerritt. Dan, let me ask you, I'm sure this has been bandied about back and forth through various social media channels, on Schmoedown after shows, on backstage even, but do you approve of all of the tactics that Ben Bateman sort of maneuvered in order to get this team pairing? It seemed like he made a lot of promises to people in the offseason, but now that it's settled, is that something that you can co-sign how this team came to be?
I mean, I don't know what backdoor dealings Ben Bateman did in putting this team together. What I do know is that there's one person that he didn't lie to, and there's one person that he was straight with, and that's me. And that's all I care about. He did what he had to do. Kaiser did what he had to do. I had what I had to do to get this team together. We're now together. Who cares about how it was formed? What matters is what we do now. And that's what we're here to prove today, starting today.
I got to piggyback off that a little bit, Dan, because I will say I've known you for a long time, not only outside of the Schmoedown, and then once the Schmoedown goes, I've seen what you've done in your career. It seems, sorry if I'm stepping out of line here, it seems like the boss is almost even rubbing off on you a little bit. We've seen a different side of Dan Merle this year. We've seen one more with an edge. We've seen someone who just get out of my way, not the shake hands, not this, just get out of my way. I'm going to get it done. Is that something that has come from Ben, or just something that maybe just came from enough is enough?
Listen, there's only one person, maybe two people to look at when you talk about my behavior now, my new outlook on the game, and it's not my teammate. There's two people to blame for what's going to happen this year, and you saw him at the end of last season. It's that clown who we send his uniform to, Bobby Gucci, Finstock, whatever, and my former teammate, John Roker. Because if they didn't dump me to the curb, then I'm not sitting here right now with Ben Bateman. I'm probably sitting on the exchange winning points for them. But that's not how they wanted it. So if people want to look at the new attitude, I know a lot of people want to point to, oh, Ben's rubbing off on Dan. No, we're here to win. We're here to be a great team. And any blame, and this isn't just for me, any other factions that want to look at the scoreboard and blame anybody for what happens this season, go talk to the exchange because they bear 100% responsibility for all of this.
Man, so maybe this is something, we'll see what happens here today. This is either going to be a thank you card from Winston or maybe another clown outfit. We'll find out in a second. All right, well, thank you to Danger Zone, and good luck to you, gentlemen.
Where's Christian? Where's Lon Harris?
No, that's final exam. This is midterms.
Now, I've been asking the same question for weeks. If you want to come out, we're doing a sweep on the east side later tonight. We're going to track him down and, you know,
Jonathan,
get him the help he needs.
Didn't I retire you when I beat you back in 2018? I thought you didn't get drafted. You're still in the league as a player?
Oh, stop that. You know.
I mean, I have no recollection of that, so I'll take your word for it that you retired me. But people who are retired can unretire. They can come back. I'm like
Okay.
I'm like Jay-Z. I'm like Michael Jordan, except the second time Michael Jordan came back, if he was good, this is like that.
Well, you've got a good temperament, man. It's good to see you back here. Zipper, a lot of pressure on you, man. I didn't really think it was going to be all on your shoulders, but I guess it is. So best of luck in round one here, guys.
Not a nice thing to say.
Thanks,
Nothing
so
but
sweet.
pleasant here.
Wow. All right. So here we go. All right. So now Ben Bateman doing what Ben Bateman does, and we are going to now, Mark, read the rules of round number one.
And the rules, yes, gentlemen, there are rules. A, no flybys, and then B, the rules of round number one are 8 questions will be asked to the field. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing. At least there is not in round number one. Keep in mind, this is a team's match, but round number one, it's an individual exercise of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. So you may not rely on the strength of your teammate to get a correct answer. It's between you and what is inside those beautiful eardrums of yours. You have 15 seconds to get that correct answer to the page or pad, whatever you feel comfortable writing on. Once we ask you by name or nickname, should you have been given one, please show what you wrote to the camera at the same time you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. Each team has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. You're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge you may utilize at any point throughout the 3-round match. You may initiate the challenge. We'll bring your manager in. You may delineate to your heart's content. We will hear the arguments and ultimately rule on said challenge. So, Christian, if I am Tom Scare in this scenario, that makes you the bald guy who has also been Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I start here with Dan Merle and Ben Bateman. Are you ready?
Oh, we're ready.
Absolutely, Christian. I'm excited about it.
Midterms, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
I got nothing else going on.
Depending on how this goes, Ben, I'm really sorry for tonight.
Whoa!
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number one. Question number one. We are going to start in the category of new releases. Which actor stars in the 2020 film The Way Back as Jack Cunningham, a high school basketball coach searching for redemption? This is, again, one of those matches, Mark, where all eyes, you're just so excited to see what's going to happen, who's going to miss first, how it's going to play out. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I think I got it.
Pens down, and Dan Merle?
Ben Affleck.
Yes. Jonathan?
Oh, wow, I did get it right.
Ben Affleck.
Giant Board Willie?
Ben Affleck.
And Zip?
Ben Affleck.
All right, so we see ourselves
Ben
2-2
Affleck.
as we get to the next question here. Mark,
From
question?
the biggest board to the tiniest Post-it note, your next question is in the category of Westerns.
stamp.
Hey, what happened to that cowboy guy? Your question for a point. Sam Raimi directed what 1995 Western starring Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Russell Crowe?
Look, it's Russell Crowe.
It's like a blast from the past, Christian. I beat Zipper in round 1 and Harris in round 4 of that tournament, and here we go. We get to start this one, and they're together. I get to beat them both on the same day this time. This is a lot of fun.
2, 1. Pens down, please. Hands up, and we start with Jonathan.
Is it the Quick and the Dead?
Yes, Ben Bateman.
Okay, never mind.
The Quick and the Dead.
Yes, Zipper.
I'm just loving all these classic Bateman shenanigans. The Quick and the Dead.
Yes, and Dan?
The Quick and the Dead.
It is. I will say, though, Ben, during the actual questions and rounds themselves, let's keep the jibber-jabber to a minimum, please.
Sure. There's a rule book. That's right. I forgot.
Thank you so much. Please don't
Strictly
test the
business,
water.
boss. We talked about it. Strictly business.
All right, here's the third question here. This is in the realm of black cinema. Back in Business and The Next Cut are installments of which comedy franchise?
You know, Christian, when you and I get to scold players like that, it makes me think one day we could be an alcoholic basketball coach like Ben Affleck in The Way Back.
Already there. 5, 4.
Are you?
3. Not a basketball coach. 2, 1. Pens down, please. And we start with Eric Zipper.
Barbershop.
Yes.
Yes.
Dan.
Barbershop.
Yep. Jonathan.
Barbershop.
And Ben.
Barbershop.
You got it. Okay. Here is question number 4.
And that's in the category of 1990s movies. Talking pictures released during the decade of the 90s. What 1999 comedy film features performances from Kel Mitchell, Janine Garofalo, Paul Rubens, and Greg Kinnear?
It's a great question. Love this question.
That's a reality show I want to watch. Those 4.
All right, here we go.
Midterms not phased yet, Christian.
Not yet. 4, 3, 2,
Repeat the
1.
question.
All right, first repeat.
All right, and that is category 1990s movies. What 1999 comedy film features performances from Kel Mitchell, Janine Garofalo, Paul Rubens, and Greg Kinnear?
I think I know it, but I'm not sure Paul Rubens was in the
Zip
movie.
and Merle.
I don't remember Paul Rubens
being
being
trying to figure it
there,
out, but
but-
we're going to find out in just a moment. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, hands up, please. We start with Ben Bateman.
I tried Rat Race.
Is incorrect.
Mystery Men?
Zipper.
A classic before its time, Mystery Men.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Dan Merle.
Mystery Men.
And Jonathan.
As good as it gets.
So they both missed it there, but Zip and Merle staying perfect as we find ourselves. So we're still tied, 7-7.
Yep.
But
You're like me. You're like me.
Good pull, Zipper. That was a good pull.
And now we get to our next question. Here we go. This is the next question. The next question here is question 5. It's fantasy sci-fi. Who plays the character of Buttercup in The Princess Bride?
A movie that people seem to love. Christian and Bonnie Somerville teaming up to make me watch that, and I gotta say I quite enjoyed it.
Great movie.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. We start with Dan Merle.
Robin
Tony
Wright.
Nielsen?
It is.
Oh, dang it. The
Jonathan.
other... Ah.
Robin Wright.
Oh, I should
I
have
had
known
Robin
that.
Wright and formerly Penn in parentheses.
Yes. And Zip.
Oh, I should.
Thank you.
Robin Wright.
Everybody gets it right now. What a match it is so far. 9-9. The Danger Zone and the Midterms going head-to-head here
I
so
went
far
the
as we get
other
to
way. I
our
apologize.
next question, Mark. This is question 6.
It was the,
And it's in the category of comedies.
That's what threw me off. Ha ha ha.
Roger that. And we move on to the question for a point. In what 2004 comedy will you find the characters Patches O'Houlihan, White Goodman, and Steve the Pirate? And Christian, it's that old adage. If you're a big underdog, the longer you hang around and stay competitive could make the favorite a little
I
queasy.
have no idea.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And we start with Jonathan.
Hoping that was a hint. Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
Yes. Ben.
I wrote dodgeball.
We're accepting dodgeball. Yes. Zipper.
Dodgeball.
Yes.
A true underdog story.
Yes. And
you got it all on there.
I was going to write the whole title, but then Mark said one of the words, so I just wrote dodgeball.
Yeah, dodgeball is fun. All right. So
anybody else want to point out that I said underdog?
So now we get 11-11. 11-11 as we now see ourselves in the next round. Excuse me, next question. Next question here. And that is musicals. Musicals.
Musicales.
Eileen Quinn, Albert Finney, and Carol Burnett star in what 1982 musical family film from director John Huston?
Oh, that reminds me. Remember that? Carol Burnett? That's her thing?
Oh, yeah.
That's how I say hi to Christian during matches.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I wrote
1.
a question, but...
Pens down.
I'm not sure of it. He's not sure of it. I want to go to Zipper first, Christian. I just want to see what he got.
Shush now. Shush now. Pens down.
Shut.
And we're going to start here with Ben.
I had Annie.
Yes.
I had Annie Hall. Dang it. I was
have
gonna
it. All
write.
right,
I wrote down just Annie.
Jonathan.
But for some reason, I decided to add Hall.
All right,
to it.
so 13-12.
Dang it.
13-12. Danger Zone up by
This wouldn't have got
1.
it in a real
Danger Zone up by 1.
match.
As we now get to the last question mark in round number 1.
Your 8th and final question in this round is in the category of famous actors and actresses, performers who have lots of money. Your question for a point. Which actor appeared in the films Almost Famous, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, and Along Came Polly?
Now, right now, because Zipper just missed that one,
I got
Dan
3
Merle
questions right.
is the only one right now with the potential
I'm
to
good
get
for
a
now.
perfect round should he get this question.
There's no perfect people,
Could have
but
been
there are
5
perfect rounds.
questions right,
5,
but you know I'm stupid,
4,
so
3,
I didn't.
2, 1. Pens down. We start with Eric Zipper.
The late, great Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes, sir. And Dan for the perfect round.
Rest in peace.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
You got it. And Jonathan.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes, sir. And Ben Bateman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Big round there for both teams, but Dan Merle, the current singles champion, gets a perfect round. So, Dan, we're going to ask you a question and only you a question. You don't have to write it down. You simply have to answer it. You get 15 seconds. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here it is. Which 1990s rom-com features supporting performances from Matt Dillon, Chris Elliott, and Brett Favre?
That would be There's Something About Mary.
Yes, sir. So one more point for Dan Merle. 16-14, 2-point lead for Danger Zone. And now we get to the second round. It is the wheel round.
It is the wheel round indeed. That wheel presents fate and doom and justice and a lot of big apocalyptic words, but it's also a fun wheel to spin with your mind because it's virtual. Once a team spins the wheel and settles on a category, 6 questions will be asked to that team and that team alone in that particular category. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available. So if you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which we're told is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question recedes to 1. I did say stealing is available. This is the team format, which means that when one team is fielding their set of questions, the other team will be in an entirely different stream, like an Elseworld or an alternate universe. Once they come back, we will ask any possible steal opportunity questions. But right now, the question does go to the Danger Zone, and that is simply, would you gentlemen like to spin first? You do have a big lead, or would you like to defer to your opponents who actually only trail you by 2?
Do you think it would be possible for us to talk to our incredibly talented manager?
Not until after you make the decision.
Until after you make the decision.
Dan, I feel that we are up expectedly. I mean, as expected. And I think we should probably go with the plan that we decided, which is to put this back on them.
I agree. Yeah, defer.
All right, Winston, you got 60 seconds.
Hey, the swaggy man.
Man, does that boy like to talk? Good God.
I know.
Can he say that he's sorry about round 1? Because he out here not even getting full answers to movies and missing subtitles and is talking a lot of trash. Lot of
Who doesn't know
That's
Mystery
fine.
Men? It's Mystery Men. What?
Hey, look, what? Hey, can you see me? yeah, Eric got that. Nobody else got that. It doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, well done on that round.
I got it.
And
Well done on that
Kazarian
round
has
one.
the
Still
point.
got reference.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
There you go.
Been a while.
See?
It's been a while.
There it is. There it is. The fact that the only person keeping him ahead in this game is the champ is very amusing. So we're gonna go ahead and pretend like we're just taking on Dan Merle alone because that's all that matters. So let's spin the wheel. Let's go ahead and hit the points. And then after that, we'll just keep on rolling.
And we're going to get the spin from the midterms. Here it is.
Christian, I got to ask you a question, man.
Yes, sir.
Have you copped your swag merch yet?
I need to. You know, the thing is, I can't wear anybody's merch because I look like it's biased if I do it. But I should buy it for people around my house. So because I have a lot of swag family friends.
I feel like it would be great.
All right, so you got 60 seconds to decide on new releases starting now.
New releases.
Okay, well, y'all remember we were watching all these films together in quarantine via watch party, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. I mean, how about you, gentlemen?
Yeah, in general, I feel pretty good. I think we can take this one. Zip, what do you think?
I definitely feel better about it than some of the other stuff, so I say let's go for it.
Okay, well, Eric, I got to ask you one question before I get out of here and you handle it. Has Kaiser gotten that piece of Big Mac out of his beard yet? Because I've been staring at it all season, and I wanted to say something, but they don't let managers talk to each other anymore. Do you know?
As far as I can tell, it's been in there for 3 years, so I wouldn't hold my breath.
All right, so Danger Zone is in the separate waiting room at the moment. So now midterms, you guys going to go? Guys, just make sure you have your hands up while you're answering these questions. Remember, you can confer in this round. So, Mark, they chose the category of new releases. New releases. So we're going to start out here. Here we go, guys. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Which actress plays Margie, the mother of Pete Davidson's character in The King of Staten Island?
That would be Marissa Tomei.
Marissa Tomei, final answer.
Correct for 2 points.
Am I on a delay again?
You
Or
are
did
on a
John
delay,
freeze?
but you got it right.
All right,
So-
so, anyone. You sound good.
All right, here's question number 2. Which 2020 animated film features the voice talents of Justin Timberlake, Anna Kendrick, and Rachel Bloom?
Is
Trolls
that
World
Trolls
Tour.
World Tour?
I believe
Eric?
that is. Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I believe
Okay.
it is.
Trolls World Tour, final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. All right, here is the third question. Who plays Roy Schifflin, another person who is trapped within the time loop and blames Andy Samberg's Niles for it in Palm Springs?
J.K. Simmons. Do you concur?
Yep. I
J.K.
concur.
Simmons. Final answer.
For 2 more points. All right, here's the next question. Which film from director George Nolfi follows 2 African-American businessmen who hire a working-class white man to pretend to be the head of their business?
It's The Banker.
Yep.
Correct?
I concur once again. Yep.
The Banker, final answer.
Yes, it is.
What
Cleaning
is
up here.
going on with this
All right.
camera there?
Yep. All right, that was question 4. That was question 4. So here comes question 5. Here comes question 5. Okay. Which comedian turned talk show host directed the comedy Irresistible, which stars Steve Carell?
Jon Stewart?
Jon Stewart. Yep.
Jon Stewart, final answer.
That is right. And so, for your final question in this round, what is the military rank of Tom Hanks's character in the war film Greyhound?
He is... I want to say he's like a captain again, but that might just be Captain Phillips in my head.
Captain is my best guess as well.
Shoot.
5.
We got 5 seconds.
4,
Should we go to multiple choice?
3.
It'll be on there.
Let's go multiple.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. All right, gentlemen. Is it A, commander, B, general, C, major, D, lieutenant?
I'm gonna
Now
say
I
nature.
think it might be commander.
Good thing we didn't guess.
Is
Yeah,
commander an
we'll be giving him only
official
1 point if we get wrong. My
John,
guess will
5.
be commander.
4, 3.
Commander, final answer.
Let's go for
Yes,
it.
sir.
Let's do it.
For 1 more point. That is correct. What a
You
round.
know, Commander is
Massive round
full
for the
rank
midterms.
in the
25-16. They
military. I
didn't miss
know
anything.
that.
They only go to multiple choice once and still get the point. That is an impressive round by midterms. Well done, gentlemen. All right, we're going to remove you guys. You guys can watch the wheel spin. All right, gentlemen. So there are no steal opportunities available. The midterms, 25, danger zone 16. They had all 6 questions. They went to multiple choice once and got the 1 point. So 25-16. So now the wheel is going to come up, and you're going to have 60 seconds first to talk to your team first here, Kaiser. 60 seconds starting now.
Well, you know who's here? Superman, Ajur, is here in the danger zone where we belong because everything we do is unsafe. Now, it's important that John Harris knows this. Your brother's a vagrant. It's time to sell those dusty boxes of VHS tapes that have been clogging up your mother's garage and maybe give this guy a handout. Help him pay the rent. Danger zone. Let's clean up. Let's stay in the rhythm. You guys know the language. You know how to play this. I ain't gonna come out here and tell you how to do things. Stay zen, baby. 2 JTEs left. This is your round. Let's spin that wheel.
Let's do it.
And here is the wheel, and here's the spin. So danger zone
By the
right
way,
now.
Winston, I eat at McDowell's, so it was a big Mick stuck in my beard. You know that.
The way I would have gone.
McDowell's.
And we're looking
That's
at
a good one.
movie release dates. This is going to be
Ben is
interesting
good
how
in
they
that
decide
one.
here. 60 seconds.
And I think Dan is good too.
What do you think, boss?
You know, champ, I feel like it's a good category for us. You never know. They're up 9, so all we need to do is be up 10 out of this round to win the game.
Yeah.
I feel we can get 10 points here pretty easily. And
I think so.
There are a few things on this wheel I would rather not roll the dice on.
Yeah. Listen, I'm pretty good at it. You're the king of it. So if you think we can get 10 points out of this, then I trust you. I'm split. I'm torn on it, but that's where I'm thinking.
It would have to be a really, really tricky version of this category for us to get less than that.
All right, Kais, what are you
I
thinking?
say we go for it, baby. I say we go for it.
All right.
The team of midterms have gone to the other room, and now Danger Zone will have 6 questions in the realm of movie release dates. Mark, question number 1.
Movie freaking release dates, and the first question for 2 points. The films Young Guns, They Live, Die Hard, and Beetlejuice were released in what year?
This is 1988, Dan.
I concur.
Yeah.
1988.
Yes,
Final answer.
1988.
Your final answer is correct and worth 2 points.
All right, question 2.
And that is going to be sticking with the category of movie release dates. The Verdict, Missing, and Tootsie all came out in what year?
This is 1982.
I concur. 82.
Yeah.
1982. Final answer.
He's answering it faster than I
Correct
can
for
think
2
it.
more points, and seems like they might have chosen the right wheel slice here. Christian, your third query in the category movie release dates. Guillermo del Toro's first United States production, Mimic, was released in what year?
My instinct on this, Dan, is 1997. I'm not 100% on it. Let's use our time.
Yeah. You're definitely in the right wheelhouse. I'm pretty sure you're right. You want to roll the dice? Or you want to check that?
Fine.
Roll the dice.
Okay.
1997. Final answer.
The dice say Yahtzee. That is correct for 2 more points. And all of a sudden, we are halfway through round number 2 for Danger Zone. And they find themselves trailing the midterms by just 3 points. They can cut the lead to 1 with a correct answer off the bat here. What year saw the release of Best Picture nominee Dallas Buyers Club?
This is 100% 2013.
Yeah, I concur. 2013.
I was going to say 2011,
Check my
but
math on
that
that.
was me.
14, 12. It is definitely 2003. 2013. Final answer.
Correct for 2 more points, and they can take the lead if they get 2 points on their penultimate movie release dates question. Here it is. 12 Angry Men and The Bridge on the River Kwai both competed for Best Picture and were released in what year?
I believe this is 1957, Dan.
Yeah, that's where I was going as well. 57. Yeah, I agree. 57.
1957, final answer.
Chevrolet made a pretty decent automobile that year, too. That is correct for 2 points. Danger Zone has the lead, and Christian, now they're looking to take as much of a 3-point lead going into round number 3. Let's find out together. Final question. In movie release dates, Before Sunrise was released in 1995. Which year saw the last installment of the Before trilogy, Before Midnight, released?
My gut says 13 or 15.
Mm-hmm. I thought 13, but I was not entirely sure.
5.
Do we want to check down to be
4,
safe?
3.
I think let's repeat.
2.
Repeat the question.
Second repeat.
All right. Categories: movie release dates. Before Sunrise was released in 1995. Which year saw the last installment of the Before trilogy, Before Midnight, released?
I'm more drawn towards 2013 of the two, but I'm not 100% confident in it.
I believe it is 2013. Though if we check to multiple and lose a
5,
1 point steal here, we're still winning.
4,
Yeah.
3.
I'm gonna say 13. 2013, final answer.
A lot of deliberation, and it all equals 2 more points for Danger Zone. Correct answers on each and every 6-question set. Christian, they're pretty good, and now they have a 3-point lead going into round 3.
It was good teamwork, and it was good decision-making on both sides there as they find themselves 28-25, and great teamwork on both teams here. Both teams showing up in this round. All right, we're going to bring back midterms. All right, gentlemen, so at the moment, Danger Zone went perfect in that round, 28-25. 28 Danger Zone, 25 for the midterms. Perfect for both teams, although just multiple choice once for midterms, and an incredible round for both teams. What a battle we have going into round number 3. Mark, what are the rules?
Yeah, the midterms find themselves trailing by 3 points. It's also round 3, and we need 3 numbers from each team. That's how we arrive at the questions we're about to ask you. Now, your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next one is worth 3 points. Your final question for the team is worth 5 points. This is the team format. So once we tell you what your category for the 2-point question is, the team must decide which member is going to field that question. That's a question to you and you alone. You may not rely on your teammates' strength to answer the 2-point question. The opposite team member will then have to answer the 3-point question in the same style by themselves. You may only collaborate with your teammate on the final 5-point question. And we get those from your 3 numbers. You may pick any numbers from 1 to 20 that were not already selected by your opponent. It is Danger Zone who has the 3-point lead. So Danger Zone, you have the right to select your 3 lucky numbers first. From 1 to 20, what feels fortunate?
All right, Ben, I'll give you the number 8. You can pick the other 2 in the order.
Let's go 3, 7, and 8. I like
3,
that.
7, and 8 for Danger Zone. And for midterms?
John, you have better luck than me, so it's all you.
Yeah, we'll go 1, 11, and 18.
1, 11, and 18 for midterms. All right, 60 seconds to turn your microphone down, starting now.
There he is with the pep.
How's that? Is that better? Is that better?
Much.
Okay, listen, Zip, I don't care what that cardboard manager, Daddy Derek daycare running Winston ever tells you. I'm your father, okay? I'm your first father. He's just like that scumbag stepdaddy that stepped in. You'll be back someday. Boys, we got ourselves here a 3rd round. It's a new game at 0-0. Don't you dare look at that score. Use the clock. You got 1 JTE left, okay? We're playing a good game. We're in our wheelhouse. We got that rhythm that we had last night, baby. I like what I'm seeing here. Let's keep it going, and let's put these sheep to sleep.
Does that make me Jeff Garb?
60 seconds.
Oh, you want to see who's bad? I'll show you who's bad. Okay, you want to see it? I'm gonna show you who's bad. Okay, let me tell you something right now. First of all, Kaiser say you're your stepdaddy. Well, guess what? I'm your brother, Eric, and I already told you that you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna get all up in them and John, your brother come in here and he win games like this all the time, baby. So you know I ain't worried about anything that you two about to do. So remember, these suckers only got 1 JT Izzle, and we got 3 left. So go ahead and handle your business. Oh!
Okay.
Well done. Good speech. Good speech.
That
Mark,
happened.
the midterms have to avoid the TKO here. They need to get themselves their 2 and their 3 in order to avoid it. And we're going to start with category.
Answering the 2 doesn't hurt.
Number 1.
Yeah, it's Warren Moon's number, and now it's the number of family films for the midterms. Who wants to take it?
How would you feel about this, John?
I mean, if it's a 2-pointer, I feel comfortable. Maybe any higher on family films, I wouldn't. So I'll take this one, and
okay,
you know, we'll see how we do.
Let's do it.
All right.
Which, I mean, me. I'll see how I do.
All right.
Jonathan Harrison. Jonathan Harris alone will be attempting an answer to this question in the world of family films for 2 points. Could get you to within 1 of Danger Zone's lead.
You know, Mark,
Walter
I just want to
Matthau.
jump in really quickly here and just say, guys, I didn't expect much, but you really showed up today. I didn't expect much, but you really showed up, and best of luck with this question. I'm sorry to
Thank
interrupt
you.
Mark.
Please stop talking. Thank you. Please stop talking. Thank you. Thank you. Stop talking.
No, that's really big of him, I think. Yeah.
All right, we're going to get Ben one more time, and it is going to be that is an official warning, Ben. It's an official warning.
Thank you. Please stop
this.
talking.
Yes. All right, here we
Your
go.
question for 2 points. Category family films to Jonathan Harris. Walter Matthau plays Mr. Wilson in what 1993 film based on a classic comic strip character?
Dennis the Menace.
2 points, and they're within 1 of the danger zone, Christian.
They are within 1, and now we are going to get to our next question, Mark. That next question, that was category 11.
Yeah, it was Mark Rippon's number, and now it belongs to horror movies. Eric Zipper will field this question solo and try to get 3 points for his team, and more importantly, grab a 2-point lead over Danger Zone. And here is the query. Tony Shalhoub plays the lead role of Arthur Kritikos in what 2001 horror remake with Matthew Lillard?
Five, 4.
Can I get a repeat?
You can.
Certainly.
How many do I have left?
That's your first one.
Okay.
2 JT rules remaining. The category is horror movies. The question: Tony Shalhoub plays the lead role of Arthur Kritikos in what 2001 horror remake with Matthew Lillard?
Five, 4, 3.
I know what you did last summer. That's wrong.
Incorrect. We were looking for 13 Ghosts.
13 Ghosts.
13 Ghosts.
Okay.
13 Ghosts. All right, so here's where we stand at the moment. Midterms need to hit this 5-point question. If they do, it bounces back to Danger Zone. However, if they don't, Danger Zone will advance with a TKO, and Swag will have a -1 here as we get to the 5-point question mark. It's category 18.
It is, and Peyton Manning's number corresponds to the category of remakes and reboots. The midterms are allowed to confer with each other to arrive at their best attempt at a correct answer. In order to avoid the TKO and to gain a lead over Danger Zone, what 2000 crime film starred Sylvester Stallone and was a remake of a 1971 Michael Caine film?
This is Get Carter, Eric.
Yep.
Get Carter, final answer.
Your final answer helps you avoid a TKO and is correct. And so, Christian, all of a sudden, it's Danger Zone looking up at the midterms.
That's right. So now Danger Zone is down here, and it'll bounce to Danger Zone, who still, all they need to do here is hit their 2 and their 3 to win the game. So, Mark, their first category here, it is category 3.
It is. And category 3 corresponds to action adventure movies.
Really?
Between Ben, a member of the Action Army, and Dan, who wants to take this 2-point question.
I'm very comfortable in this category, Dan.
Yeah, take it, man.
Yep. I'll be taking this one.
All right. find yourself trailing by 4. This could cut the lead in half of the midterms. In what 1980s film is a veteran Green Beret forced by a cruel sheriff and his deputies to flee into the mountains and wage a one-man war against his pursuers?
I won't do
Apocalypse
it.
Now?
The title of the film is First Blood. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And now we've come to that moment in the ball game where Dangerous Dan Murrell has an opportunity to win if he hits his 3-point answer.
All right. So we now get to category 7. Category 7. This is for their 3-point question and to win the game.
The category of John Elway's number is scores and soundtracks. And the question for 3 points and the win to advance: which 1980s film famously features the song "Oh Yeah" performed by the band Yellow?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
And your winners, ladies and gentlemen, Danger Zone! Ben Bateman and Dan Murrell do it. They have taken a victory from a very, very game opponent here in Swag and Midterms. What a victory it was. They do it. They advance 33-32. Dan Murrell hits the 3-point question, and we see ourselves with Danger Zone moving into the next round. All right. Congratulations to Danger Zone and John Kaiser. We're going to put you in the waiting room as you will be talking with Jen Sturger. Look, this was, I know a lot of comparisons are going to be going back and forth with Rushmore and Danger Zone. Danger Zone had to put up a fight. They played great. But Midterms did not go quietly into the night. That's going to be a scary team, and I think that's what we talked about at the beginning of this game here was as long as they showed up, as long as they played a match, that's it, and they held true the entire time, people are going to go, we want to see those guys again. I certainly feel that way from Jonathan Harris, by the way. That Jonathan Harris is a very different Jonathan Harris than the one we saw a few years ago. He seems very more, he knows the game a lot better. Seems like he's been doing some studying. Him and Zipper could be a scary team.
Zipper and Harris were on their game today, and they needed it. I think most folks watching at home would be happy if they avoided a knockout, and they ended up pushing Danger Zone to their 3-point question. But then it is Danger Zone, and they did what we would expect members of Danger Zone to do. That has been the Boss Bateman, and that is Dangerous Dan Murrell, and they earned those respective nicknames for a reason. They are dangerous, and right now it feels like they are one of the teams on top of Mount Schmoedown.
It is absolutely, look, they're going to advance, and we know who they're playing. Saw the match yesterday. So here is Jen Sturger, who is with Kaiser and Danger Zone, Dan Murrell, and Ben Bateman. Jen?
Congratulations, gentlemen. Yeah, hi, Ben. Hi. Congratulations, guys. You know, Kaiser, you're looking like a mad genius this season. We knew you guys were going to be stacked, but I think everyone was kind of waiting to see how this team would work together, being that they had two powerhouses on it. How are you guys feeling after your first victory together?
Well, Jen, I think you calling me a powerhouse has given me a lot of credit. I didn't expect that, but I appreciate you saying it. Look, I'm feeling great. The only thing that I think I did wrong today was I feel like I disappointed my friend Mark Ellis, who I have no reason to use any tactics against that guy. But, otherwise, I feel fantastic. I feel just great.
Well, that question was actually for Kaiser, but sure. Okay, Kaiser, how are you feeling about the team's chemistry so far?
I'm feeling great about the team's chemistry. Winston's dance moves, not so much. He looks like Eeyore trying to dance at Winnie the Pooh's birthday party. Man's got no rhythm, and he's sleepy. Now, that said, I do like how he got his house in order. He wrangled in that rat in a wig, Chandru. I was going to make a call to the Mangini brothers to have a talk with Chandru, but, Winston obviously pulled him out of that funk. That said,
I thought when you said house in order, I was like, are you referring to the laundry that was on his bed that he left in frame?
Look, for a minute there, Paul had the glasses back on. I was getting excited, but, I don't want to give him too much credit. That said, these guys played in such a perfect rhythm. We practiced this game inside and out. We play it with our eyes open, our eyes closed. We play it in the shower. We play it in the backyard where we're mowing the lawn. We're always playing this game, and we're always getting better. And today, the Danger Zone represented. We're going to tear through this tournament. And look, those guys are a great team. John Harris is a bad dude. He came with it. They ran through new releases like I didn't see that coming. They did great. They'll be back, but today it's Danger Zone's day.
Yeah, and a big 3 points again for the dungeon. So you guys are getting one step closer to that #1 contender match against Corruption. Dan, we know your history with Corruption. What's motivating you to get to this match?
Well, first of all, the dungeon. We've been saying all year, we're playing this for the dungeon, not just me, but every single member of the dungeon. They bring their best, they play their best, win or lose, and we're in everyone's corner, win or lose. So obviously the dungeon, the smasher, everybody, that's motivation enough to win. But, yes, Corruption is perpetually seems to be in my way in the teams division. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's a tournament. It doesn't matter if it's a championship match. I got to cash in. It's always Corruption. So first of all, we got two of them. It's like a Hydra because we got Deception in this tournament. We got Corruption at the end of this tournament. So, you got to face them. But I'm not looking down the road there yet. We've got teams ahead of us. If we start looking ahead to that #1 contender match, then we're in big trouble. So we're looking ahead to our next opponent. That's all we care about. We get to the #1 contender match, then we can worry about Corruption. But of course I want some measure of revenge if we get there because, I feel like the record is different than how close that I have historically played Corruption in the past.
Absolutely. Ben, a lot of people would argue that the pressure today was actually on you, because let's face it, you kind of played a lot of people's heartstrings in the off season to make this matchup happen for the two of you to play together. But you really pulled through in round 2 for the team. It seems like you guys really worked well together and trusted each other. Do you both feel the same way?
Why is Dan Roll always
Jim, when you have the
every
luxury
couple
of playing
minutes?
with the greatest player that's ever played in the movie trivia, Schmoedown, you know that even on your worst day, someone else is going to be there to absolutely drive this thing home. So there's a total confidence to trust my instincts on this because I know I have that luxury. Now, as far as round 2 goes, Dan Merle is the greatest at a lot of things. I'm the greatest at one particular thing, and that is the movie release dates category. We have worked extensively as a faction on our strengths. We had a clear understanding going into this match that if we were in a situation where release dates was on the wheel and we were going to hit it, that's how we would play it.
Stick with the plan, boss. Stick with the plan.
Yeah, there was never going to be a time when I answered a question without conferring with my teammate, ever.
No, we did this team because we knew that we would play together, that we would be fearsome together, and you saw that in today's match. Round 1, you know what? Ben misses one. That's all right. I'll take the wheel. I ended the perfect round. I hit the bonus question. Round 2, we hit movie release dates. You could tell I was a little skittish on it, but you know what? I trust my partner. Ben Bateman says he's got it. I trust Ben Bateman when he says he's got it. So he took the lead. He took up the team, and he took us through round 2. And that's how this is going to work for both of us. We're both pulling the same amount of weight. Sometimes maybe I'm pulling a little bit more. Sometimes maybe he's pulling a little bit more. But we're still pulling the same weight. And that's what you saw today.
Absolutely. I have to address the elephant in the room, obviously, gentlemen, because there's going to be a lot of comparisons between you and this other team. I'm talking about Rushmore, of course. Roka looked great. JTE looked better than he's looked. I mean, it didn't look like he missed a step. Do you guys want this match? How badly do you want this match? And is this all just revenge for you guys?
I mean, listen.
I'm excited. Yeah. Oh, Dan, please go.
No,
go right
I'm
ahead.
just saying. If we can get to that match, I'm excited because Ben and I have both signed leases. We're living in John Roca's head rent free. Both of us. We were living in his head when we were on the same faction. So now, if we get in a position to play him, come on. Yeah, of course we want to play him.
So
Jen, we got the boss, and we got the goat. We got Rocky and Clubber Lang, and we're gonna go hunt for the KGB, and that's obviously the Finstock. Those sneaky rats. They're gonna get 2 fists, double barrel. When Danger Zone gets a hold of them, they ain't got nothing on us.
Right.
Corruption, you watch your back too.
I'm just excited I'm going to get to beat John Roca 2 times in a very, very short stretch. It's not every day that happens to you in the Schmoedown, and I believe it's something I'm going to be able to do.
Listen, all these names we're bringing up that you two obviously have beef with. Dan, I've got to bring this up before I let you go. You obviously saw Deception 1 yesterday against Blackjack. You get to face Adam Collins again. You just this time in teams. Like, let's talk about how do you prepare for this?
Well, we have an advantage. We have maybe a better advantage than any other team playing in this tournament when it comes to Deception, which is that I just prepped for Adam Collins. Yeah. I mean, literally, what, like a week ago? And so I know the strategy to beating Adam Collins, and that strategy is answer all your questions. So we know that's the one strategy. Marisol is a player that, you know, we haven't seen before, but the dungeon, we scout. The dungeon is ready for every opponent. So, you know, this is when you get into the second, third round of a tournament, especially a smaller tournament like this, you don't have a whole lot of time to wait for the competition to show up, as evidenced by today's match. So we're going to be ready for Deception. And Adam Collins is a player. He's one of those players, and there's a handful of them in the league. What's your game plan? Answer more questions.
And here's another game plan. I've been inside Collins's log cabin. I swapped out his Preparation H for Red Hot, okay? So he's going to need a tush cushion when he goes up against us.
Amen.
You know what, gentlemen? I'm just going to leave it at that.
Probably for the
always
best.
A pleasure. Congratulations, Kaiser, Merle, Ben. You were here too. Back to the desk.
Well, you know, he brings it on himself. I mean, he really does.
I was just going to say, why don't you remind me to send Jen a nice fruit basket?
Yeah, I mean, look, she's had it. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he did here too, and then he almost got himself. He almost had him and Dan lose a point today from his actions, but he does it. It's the mental warfare of what Ben Bateman does. But Ben Bateman and Dan Merle win, and that's what they did here today. They won the match. It was 33-32, but it was not easy. It was not easy today. Midterms really fought well. I can't wait to see what these guys are going to say here too, because I want to see more of them as a team, and I'm sure you're feeling the same way, partner.
Yeah, because both squads today looked like they were in mid-season form, and for the midterms, I don't like overusing the term moral victory, but this seems like the sort of tough loss that could galvanize them and make them say, hey, we almost beat Danger Zone. Right. We can play with anyone in this tournament or anyone in this division. So I think that they have a bright future. I wouldn't get too down about losing to Danger Zone today.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think you got to feel confident if you're those two guys. You're like, okay, sure. So give us the lesser, give us teams that haven't really played before. Give us teams of people who haven't been champions before. We're feeling good. I assume, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know the guys, but as well as you know, they know themselves. But let's get to Jen Sturger, who is with Winston Marshall and the midterms, Eric and Jonathan.
Hey, Jen, always good to see you guys, even after a tough day like today. Are you okay, Winston?
Oh yeah, I'm okay. The GOAT and the one-hit wonder. They barely beat us. And Kaiser's dumbass. He out here. He done let Zipper go. Hey y'all, this is a Harris brother that ain't even be here all the time. It's pathetic. This what y'all call your team? This your A squad? You didn't even face final exam. Oh Jesus! Oh Lord! Oh God!
Well, I'm gonna let Winston recover because I want to give some credit to the true star of this match, as far as I'm concerned, which is Jonathan Harris.
No,
dude, you were on fire today. You crushed it. Like, I'm so glad that we are teammates, and I agree with Christian. I want to see what we're gonna do next.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let you ask a question.
Yeah, I mean that is what I'm here for. Unless you guys just want to handle this yourselves and pat
thank
each
you
other
for
on the
saying
back.
that. That's very nice. I think we both played really well. For what it's worth, I did not know that 3-pointer either. So had it been reversed, I wouldn't have gotten 13 ghosts. And I feel like you would have gotten Dennis the Menace, which I thought was like a trick at first. I'm like, am I messing something up? Is it family? What is it Marmaduke? I'm not forgetting something, but all right. I'm sorry. It is nice to see you.
We've all forgotten Marmaduke. But guys, I think we all knew this was going to be an uphill battle for you both, facing, you know, one of the greatest in the game, Dan Murrell, and then Ben Bateman, who's obviously out there trying to prove something. So again, it was kind of, if you won, it was going to be great. It was all gravy. But even if you lost, it was like, yeah, you were still up against one of the best designed teams in the Schmoedown. So I think your performance today certainly shows what this team is capable of, that you took them as far as you did. Especially given the fact that, Jonathan, you haven't even been here in forever, you know?
Yeah, I mean, when my phone rings, I'm ready to answer it. My phone wasn't ringing for a few years. I thought, oh, I guess they're not doing that movie Trivia League anymore. And then I find out it's still going on. And not only that, my brother is still part of it, albeit in a disheveled, awful form. And I feel terrible about that. But, here I am, ready to answer the call and happy to know these gentlemen.
And Winston, you got to be happy. I don't know what's in your cup, but at least you look like you're still celebrating, even though you ended up with the L today.
I'll tell you, delicious brown water that I call apple juice. That's the first thing. Second of all, I got to say, man, this is hilarious. I mean, look, Dan is Dan. I mean, we've seen how he does. That singles belt essentially should just be called the Dan Murrell belt at this point. Let's be real with that, you know what I'm saying? But like, he does okay in teams. He was a champion the one time, and Ben could never get over that hill or whatever. Like, see, the funny thing about Ben is, like, Ben likes to talk. And I like people that talk who like to talk because it makes it easier to find out how full of shit they really are. And my boy out here getting some movie release dates, I'll give him that. But otherwise, he got to do his tired old song and dance. So like, should I use it? I guess I know the answer and I'll tell it. Come on, man. That joke been dead since the league started. That was funny in season 2. Can you get a new bit, please? But like, look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right here. Eric Zipper, my boy is back. He out here in these streets. I can't wait for that. Are we getting the Brandon Hanna match? He wanted the singles. Let's give him that so we can slap him around. You saw how John Harris played. We don't have a nickname for him yet. We're just going to probably call him customer service with the headset he got on. He'll go ahead and deliver your ass an ass whooping. I'm good with that. And on top of that, we don't won the free-for-all. Lon out here whooping up on the Godfather. We got a title shot for the Star Wars belt. Say something about swag, mother. Say something about swag, baby.
Zipper, I saw you laughing and enjoying yourself up there. I feel like I haven't seen you enjoy yourself playing this game as much as you are right now. And I'm sure that it has something to do with being back with Winston.
It really does, it is totally true. I'm having a much better time. I am back. Like, I hung with Ben and Dan. I can hang with Ethan Irwin. Like, I know that I can play at the same level as these players. Now it's
and
just
your
a matter...
record is not indicative of how your play is. Let's face it. Absolutely. I feel like there are certain players in this league that their record does not adequately show what they're capable of performance-wise, because you are facing heavy hitters. You're not facing rookies. You're not facing people that come in from the families. You're facing people who are dominant forces who are going to be on the Mount Rushmore of this league.
Yeah. And one of these days, I'm going to get that win. And, today we were talking about all of Ben's shenanigans and, not letting it get to me. But I'm actually kind of glad that he got the win, because I was worried that if he lost, he was going to reach for one of those acoustic guitars and do like a passable rendition of Blackbird. And none of us needed to hear that. So just for him, I feel like he needs it more than me. I'll get there. I'll get that win. Jonathan and I will get there, because as people saw today, we're a force to be reckoned with.
I've never seen everyone so happy after a loss. This feels great. I'm like having a blast here right now. We're just having a virtual party, like it's April 2020 right now. We're just all doing our Friday happy hour. This is awesome.
Winston, I do have to ask you before I let you guys go. Speaking of free for all, any hint on what Paul plans to do with that title shot?
I mean, it's cute. It's just fun, right? Because like he can go up and show Dan Murrell what's for what again, or he could, come in here with Lon and take the belts from somebody. He could go up and show Demolanta that he should hush his mouth, and then he could turn around and him and Laura could play for it. He could go up to Mara and be like, Mara, I know you like your fancy belt, but it's ours now. He could do anything with it. But what we gonna do? You gonna have to wait and see.
Oh. Okay, well, tough loss today, gentlemen. But I've never seen such joy in defeat. I love the energy.
Got your ass whooped right in round one. You almost got that booty whooped right in round one. I'm a dance. Go ahead, take me out. I don't need to be
Go back to the desk.
Take
Bye.
me out. Take me out.
All right, Mark. So you
That's
look at that,
flags
and
grip.
I think that version of Eric Zipper, and you see what he has done and how he's been positive and not as angry and not as sad. This version is working for him because it makes you root for him. It makes you're like, oh man, because Jonathan said, I've never seen anybody so happy in a loss before. And you see Winston's not wrong. Winston, like, this is a team that really stood their ground when they weren't supposed to. Everyone, you look at the chat, the after shows, you look at it, they're like, yeah, they're going to get blown out. That's not, Zipper's a good player, but who knows what Jonathan's been doing. They played very, very well, and that's a good team.
It's a great team, and when you think about the context of this particular match, sure, it's a tough loss. It's a tournament setting. You want to get that win, but in Season 8 of the movie Trivia Schmoedown, there's a lot of opportunities for teams to do some big things. And so I think now, as far as Winston goes, it's time to regroup and get them focused on the next mission, because they look like they could take this thing and possibly have a belt in their future. They're just that good.
Yeah, now look, Swag has a little bit of a rough start this season, but I think that what Winston is doing, he's building his weapons for the second half of the season. And you look at, when you get scraps like this and you look at what Zipper did in IG, it allows them to get that confidence to build up towards the IG tournament, maybe, or the second teams tournament. And the teams tournament's going to have 16 teams in it. So it's like there's so much that is going to be happening, that this confidence, there's so many more points on the board for the end of the season. And here's where we stand with the factions at the moment.
Oh boy. Swag's not looking too good, but the dungeon.
So as you see, those are the standings today, Mark. That's what it is. And you can always, by the way, when I tell people there's a MTS standings, it's a great Twitter account. You should go and check that out. You can get updates every day on what's going on, and go to the schmoedownlive.com and you can see all the updated rankings and factions. So they do have another team with Vinny and Jen Kemp, but now they know they have two teams that can hang for sure inside of both midterms and final exam. So this was a big match for Swag, but the story, of course, is the dungeon. 3 more points. They're building on that lead. They're continuing to get points, and every time Dan Merle and Ben Bateman win, that's a scary thing for the rest of the league.
Yeah, when you look at Swag, it's a little bit like Olive Garden, because when you're there, it feels like your family. And for the dungeon, who knows what goes on behind closed doors? It could be a Chuck E. Cheese Country Bear situation. I don't even want to get into thinking about it too far, but I do know this. It was a nice effort from the midterms today, but Danger Zone looks like the team that we thought they might be. So the rest of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Teams Division has been put on notice.
Yeah, well, you're on notice too, everybody, because tonight, that could have been a pay-per-view on itself. There is a pay-per-view happening tonight, and it is massive. It is the biggest Battlefield that we have ever had since doing it. In the main event, in one of the greatest Star Wars matches ever played, Damon and Dimolanta go at it again tonight on Battlefield. So go and get it, everybody. Make sure that you get it. It is going to be
Wait, is it Battlefield
the
or
schmoedownlive.com or patreon.com/.
Battlefield was the other one.
Should be a good one tonight, partner. Huge doubleheader. And you know what that means for us? We're going to reboot our internet. And in the words of Victor Von Doom, time for Christian and I to get a shave and a haircut.
Absolutely. I can't wait for these matches tonight. I'm out of here. I got to watch them. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to Jen. Thank you to our entire team. We will see you next time.
Well, or rather, anyways, I got 5 questions right, so I don't even know why I'm even participating at this point, because this is teams. I don't do well in teams. I don't do well in singles. I do particularly well in Star Wars and IG, and in my last Star Wars match, I didn't do quite as hot as I normally do, but that's irrelevant at this point, because I'm here to talk about the midterms and the Danger Zone. Great match from both of them. Midterms almost won, and they almost went perfect in their game. Obviously, Dan Merle played a perfect game. Ben Bateman played an almost perfect game with just missing one round 1 question. Yeah, I mean, when you go up against the best of the best, these things are going to happen. And you're going to miss I mean, no, it doesn't matter how good of a team you are. You're going up against two former champions, one of which happens to be the best that ever played the game. So, yeah. Midterms have nothing to hang their head on. Sorry. They have nothing to be ashamed of. They played an excellent game. They just walked out with an L, but they almost won, and that, I think, is the biggest takeaway from the night. These two can definitely hang, and the Danger Zone, not without the, because some people can challenge that, I guess. But yeah, Danger Zone, just as good as they were promised. But yeah, can't wait to see more matches with them, and can't wait to watch the pay-per-view tomorrow. I'm hopefully gonna make both of them back to back. But yeah, swag, drip, everybody, and until next time, everybody. Well, hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, cause I really enjoyed making it. So if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.